Hello, and welcome to Fumes. Bit of a weird one this, it got straight off to the game, so I've had to just quickly pause it. But this is going to be the start of my coverage of the Steam Next Fest. So this just started, I've actually got, funnily enough, it's coming up right before I go off on my summer holidays, so I've got to get a bit of a wiggle on here. You'll probably see most of these kind of covering the end of the week and then the week that I'll be on holiday on the channel. Our first game we're looking at today, so Fumes. You know, a while back, the Mad Max Fury Road film came out, and a game came out with it, which were made by the people who do Just Cause, if I remember correctly. And it was brilliant. The like melee combat and things weren't brilliant, but the car combat. I remember being a bit really like sad and disappointed when I completed the last like convoy raid that you got to do in the game. You like raided these convoys to get like extra parts and cosmetics and things, and it was always this massive prolonged fight where you had to take out all the cars defending the big rig in the middle, and then you would have to like take that out as well, and you'd then get the rewards. And yeah, I was a bit disappointed when all them were done, because it's like, oh, don't get to do those anymore. All the fights are going to be a bit small from here on out by comparison. But I really liked the game, because again, the car combat was unbelievably good and satisfying. And you don't get many car combat games come out. But here we go, we've got one here. I'm actually wondering, okay, here we are. Of course, it's telling me all of the buttons on the keyboard and mouse, and I'm actually trying to, I'm trying to play it on my controller, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell all the buttons are. First, I'm trying to figure out what accelerators. I don't think it is on there. Right, let me have a look. Controls. Remap controls is not currently a feature on the demo. I think I'm going to have to go onto the keyboard and mouse for this. There we go. So I get the feeling I'm likely going to die here. Just cause. Mind you, I just got them, so it can't be that bad. I admit it, you thought I was done for a moment, didn't you? Is this like procedurally generating more terrain on the grid? Yeah, I can see on the little radar thing on the top that I've got. It's sounding like where the enemies are, okay. I used to as well back in the day play on what was it? Twisted Metal a bit. It came out on PS3. I know it was out before that game, but that's like when they did like a bit of a soft reboot of it. So I tried to get into it. It was quite fun. I'm a big fan of Burnout as well back in the day, and they were a great one, great game. Called Split Second Velocity. Never got a sequel as far as I'm aware. Absolute crying shit. Like a game show, but it was a racing game. And what would happen? You'd race around and you'd get like points for doing stylish stuff and like smashing into the competitors and all that sort of thing. And it just points would generate over time as well. But you could use them on, I think they were called like showstoppers or something. And you'd trigger these like explosions and things along the map that they'd put there for the sake of the game showing that. So you'd be driving along and you'd push a button and it'd just trigger a massive explosion in the map that'd like smash half the contestants to bits. You know, stuff like causing giant boats at the docks to crash into the track and then completely create a new shortcut and things. They were absolutely brilliant. Never got a sequel. Absolute crying shame. I think it was done by Disney as well, that of all things. Not normally their sort of thing, I guess, but was in that case, right. God, everything's just flying past me here. Before I can even turn my guns to bear. The dust doesn't help. I'm not liking the slow turn speed on the shotgun. There we go, that got me. There we go, you have to kind of pick them out, wait for them to stall out. There we go. After one of these. This one, yep, no. This guy. Ah, nearly. Forget I can boost. That was a solid hit. So I saw this at the, because I've been watching the, of course, the events all week. There's been a load of, if you happen to be one of these people who lives under a rock, loads of gaming conventions and shows all week. It seems to be the format we've gone to now after the death of E3, which I'm a little bit sad about the death of E3. Because I used to sit down with my brother at the end of, well, we'd sit down and watch them both together, like some takeout or something like that. Maybe get some ice cream or all, because it's always been middle of summer, it was scorching hot. Island Ridge, I don't realise what's coming. Okay. The Scrapper's talking to us, saying, what the hell are you doing? Oh, looks like we've got the storm off Mad Max Fury Road seems to be coming in. And there's a health bar on the top left, which can't be good. I think I've found out what the health bar is. But yeah, a bit sad that E3's gone. So like I say, I used to sit down and watch it each year. Very funny. We're always nice knowing all games from now. And the problem now is everyone's doing their own announcements, so it's kind of hard to keep track of all this. You have to pay way more attention. Luckily, I don't think we're meant to survive this one. Yeah. Like a Dark Souls boss, isn't it? Right. But yeah, luckily though, with everyone putting them all online and everything gets like collaborated together and that. And more importantly, Steam, Valve are doing a very good job at keeping track of it all and putting it all on Steam as you log in. You can just click on the events, and it'll even show you all the games they've announced, and you can click on them and take you to the Steam page and that. I mean, honestly, when everyone's wondering why Steam have a monopoly, it's like, yeah, have you seen the stuff they do in terms of curation and these events and things? It's like, yeah, that's the reason why. As much as I kind of dig these, like, the 4x3 resolution here and all the other stuff. Whoa, it has bloody achievements on demo. Just as a passenger, we collect some of your lost crap. Okay. Let's meet and bring some shine to that list. Follow the yellow mark. So it looks like, I guess I'm some sort of weird monster that possesses cars. And he's wanting me to go somewhere to bring some shine to that rust. Where the... Oh! There's a mark on the top, on the little bay down. You can kind of see there's a little... let's say screwdriver and I want to say wrench. I've always got to be careful when I'm looking at these things, because My dad has a massive garage full of tools and that, and if I get it wrong, I'll never hear the end of it. But of course, as far as I'm aware, I think as well, there's, I'm sure certain tools have got different names in England and America. I'm sure that a wrench and a spanner are the same thing, but I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Right. Cub body available. Stock suspension. Weapons. Pushing mouse left flat control. Oh, we have left control left alt auto shotgun. Not auto, no. I'd probably prefer the shotgun. Let's have it red. Red ones go faster and it also covers up the blood stains. Well, it looks like you can import things. So if you wanted to create your own skin, I guess. License plate. Let's see. There we go. It's perfect. But yeah, I like the little 4:3 cutscenes and it's looking all that man. But more importantly, I'm glad they've not kept that in the gameplay because it'd drive me mad. If you know, hey, you went and got that big 40-inch wide screen 4K, we're only going to use half of it. Conquer all runs located with red markers to unlock the next boss fight. Right, so I have to go to a run marked in red. Let's head this way. And yeah, as soon as I push the fire button, we'll get... Okay, and yeah, it fires like a little pellet spread, gotcha. As you would expect a shotgun to do. Bogey, you are scrap. We just need 1 or 2 solid hits on him. Ah, get him. Drift round him. Got him. There we go. More on the horizon. Yep, a couple more. Oh, one of them's doing some acrobatics. I'm getting used to the shotgun as well. Also, oh, I've just realised something. I've been clicking this as if it's semi-automatic this entire time, because you know, shotgun. It is not semi-automatic. I've been playing this as if I have to be way more precise. I do not. I do not have to be anywhere near that precise. And would you believe it, suddenly our damage output has dramatically increased. Too bad that they turn faster than this bloody turret does. Or I do. There we go, that should get him. Got some scrap from those fume guzzlers, visit our truck to take a look. Ooh, got some cool stuff. let's head to the next one. Go, 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 I can see it. Come get some. This is what we really want. We want to get them kind of sideways onto us. Yeah. Kind of broadside them, you know? You'd never guess that this was inspired by Mad Max, would you? This game. Oh, here we go. Hello. Oh, it's like targeting. What's he doing there? What? Did he even get him? We're definitely got him a bit. He's on fire, so here we go. One more. No, one more of that now. There we go. Yep, he's dead. Next guy. There we go. We get a bit of heal between rounds. More ahead. Excellent. Okay, and this guy is kinda, there we go, we should be able to get him, not quite now, there we are. Blown apart. I'm guessing that purple one's the boss, so let's go and get some stuff at this wagon. Go. Get in. Right. So suspension, we can have stock, off-road or rodded. Off-road gives us better durability and top speed, but worse acceleration, but only barely. Rodded gives us better durability and acceleration, but slightly worse top speed. Yeah, we're going off-road. I mean, it looks cool anyway. Yeah. Car. Cut. Skin. We'll go bandit. Weapon. I only have one slot. Oh yeah, there's slots there. Okay, so I can't put a second weapon on. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. They're the other boss. Okay, they're finally annoyed with me enough to come and get me. He's dead. Uh-oh. Borwick. Yeah, that would be a boss health bar. And there he goes. Bye, Borwick. Now let's take this moment to just kind of deal with all the extras. Or, you know, just get absolutely sidetracked trying to get him. Right, that one's gone. That's another one gone. Side on, that's exactly where I want him. He's on half already. And nearly got him. That did it, there we go. Or not. Phase 2. And nearly. There we go. Ooh. Well, now we have to go and look for what's it? The scrapper. New car. Slot 2. So the first was an auto shelving. This is a regular shelving. So this one probably is actually, if I take this. Okay, so yeah, slot 1, we'll put the auto on and put slot 2. Right, because the top slot can shoot all the way around. Slot 2 can only shoot in front. That's good enough for me. So yeah, as you can see, that front weapon can only go different sides a little bit, right? And yeah, okay, I can still hold it, but it's way slower firing. So I want to try and be precise with that one. Right. So far though, I'm very much liking the combat, but I will say it probably wants to get a bit more in depth than just shoot them and health bar go down. For maybe it's a bit simple. But then again, you know, when the game comes out, I suppose it depends on the price point, doesn't it? Because if this were like a £10 game or something, I'd be more than satisfied with it. The price like that was powerful. Yeah, the shotguns are working for me. Definitely working for me. Blast them. That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Slight bit of range, no use. Get anywhere near them, and they've been shredded. Next wave of them. Here we go. Even if like the combat wasn't a case of like, say, even if it wasn't anything strategic, you know, if it wasn't like, oh, you can strategically shoot the wheels and weapons off, as cool as that would be, even if it just added something like, I don't know, as you shot them, like doors would come off as the health went down, something like that. That'd be quite nice. So I'm just thinking how many hours you could sit and just do this for. Now you do get a lot of, it looks like there's a fair few upgrades and things. I think that's probably what a lot of the longevity of the game will probably rely upon, you know, how many weapons and upgrades and things can you think to add to it. Like, I'm guessing we'll probably see like flamethrowers and Tesla guns and I remember a while back of, yeah, I remember the, ooh, Club Rovers, that's Club 4. I remember a while back, a game I used to go on, Crossout, I think it's still kind of going strongish. It's published by the people who do War Thunder, but if I remember it's by a different company that they're just like, they're publishing it for them, but they've not made it themselves. I forget who made it, but in Crossout, yeah, you would like get scrapped from playing fights, and it'd be all against other players. So like imagine car combat against other players. And as you fought, you'd get to end at rounds, and you'd win scrap, and you'd be able to build all kinds of cool cars and stuff with it. I got quite far into it. The main problems with it, other than being enormously grinding because it's a free-to-play game, the main problems it ended up finding were the maps were relatively small, and a lot of the combat were quite static because they tried to kind of facilitate a lot of different play styles. So one of the things that people just do is just create these massive cannon things, or these massive cannon vehicles, and then just play it as if they were playing World of Tanks. So you could have all the buzz swords and all like the cool like rocket boosters with like explosive spears tied to car and miniguns and all that, and whiz round being super quick with these like melee weapons and like buzz swords, all this stuff. But probably the most effective ways to play were just to create basically tanks. And so it just basically became World of Tanks, but everyone's tank looked like those DIY tanks that they use in Ukraine and whatnot. You know, the ones where it's like, what they call the turtle tanks, where they put all the improvised crap on them to try and prevent drone attacks. You know, it looks like just loads of sheet metal strapped together with a cannon on top. That's what they all look like. So it just became World of Tanks, except all the tanks had been made in some guy's shed. I personally had a tank, not a tank, had a vehicle that was a great big, like, I think it had like, oh god, 6 wheels, except the wheels were like double wheels, so it like 2 wheels strapped together, and I had 3 of those on each side, so there were like 12 wheels on the thing. And it was just bristling with miniguns with a massive like train plough on the front, and they were all made of like aeroplane parts. So it looked like a plane attached to a train, bristling with literally miniguns, and it was hilarious. It was quite slow to accelerate because it was quite weighty, but once it got there, it would absolutely shred everything. Oh, new parts. So once it started getting going, ooh, auto shell gun, cub truck suspension, road suspension, bone thunder, new stickers. But yeah, once it had accelerated, it actually had quite a high top speed because it had a good engine, but it took a while to get there because obviously, you know, it's got a bloody train plough attached to the front. Weighs it down a tad. But because it had weight and a high speed, what you could actually do, if you did get it up to a decent speed, because it didn't look like a massive thing, but you'd slam into people and then they'd figure out like, oh, this is quite weighty, as you like rammed half the vehicle off, as you know, as you were minigunning them. They were quite fun. They were very fun playing it in the mid tiers, but when I got to the high tiers, there's definitely a meta at the high tiers around like just big chunky tank vehicles, and like cheesing the way that the damage worked, where how you designed the gun, designed your car. So all the guns at higher rank, not guns, all the vehicles at higher rank looked retarded. But yeah, that was cross-added. But yeah, it's nice to see a Mad Max inspired car combat game. Honestly, I'd be tempted just to get this based on that it's a Mad Max inspired car combat game. But yeah, anything extra I can make to give the combat an extra bit of crunch here would be greatly appreciated. I just remembered I meant to follow this red marker. But yeah, I think that's probably the main focus that I need to go on. It's like, yeah, customization, all this stuff's good, and it's definitely necessary for these types of games. I would especially focus on like weapon variety and things. But yeah, I would go as far as to say that the big thing you want to do with this, obviously the main, absolute, has to be 11 out of 10, got to be a main focus, is going to be the combat. Even if it's not extra mechanics, like I mentioned, you know, could you strategically shoot people's wheels off and disable weapons. So that's another thing in Crossout, which is, again, I'm saying this because it's the game, even though it came out a while back, it's the game that I can think of that's, you know, most recently been played with, that I've got reference to for this sort of thing. Obviously a bit higher budget, but that'll, yeah, allow all the parts are individually there, like you build your car together out of bits. You know, a thing like Minecraft, but, you know, with, like, you know, sheet metal and toilet seats. But so you can shoot the individual parts off, and if you shoot all the bits off that something is attached to, it all just drops off. And the vehicle is considered destroyed when the cabin durability drops to 0. And obviously certain parts are then like flammable or explosive, like your fuel and your ammo storage and things. Quite cool. I wouldn't expect anything as complex as that, and it doesn't need a car building system, something that's just arcade like this. But again, even if it's not like additional mechanics, I wouldn't mind, like I say, just as I'm shooting them here, could like the doors and things fly off and windows shatter and stuff, just to give it that extra crunch in the combat, I wonder. Like, rather than just having a car model, separating the model out into different parts like doors, windows, bonnet, the hood, the back door, all that stuff, and having those like fly off and set on fire as damage was done to the vehicle. I think again, like I said, just crunchiness. It's already crunchy. I mean, look at that big flashing particle effects. You know, we've got all every time I get hit, we've got effects going on screen and bullet holes and all that stuff. But yeah, I'd even argue maybe ramming should be a thing, you know, just so you can slam into people. Right, we might go and just take a look at our suspension before we dive into this here, and then we'll head to the boss. Suspension. Hello. I am satisfied with my purchase. One thing I've actually been wondering for a while now, you know, with battle royales being a thing and also car combat games being a thing, why has no one made like a Gorka-Morka game for Warhammer? You'd think that'd be a no-brainer, but apparently not. I'm saying that there is a game on the horizon called Try Fumes that keeps having these little play tests. I was tempted last time, but it was only for a few days and I wanted you to create an account before you played. So I decided I just couldn't do the idea and I just ended up watching a stream of it. But looks very good, you know, basically car combat game but 40k and orcs. Looks set, right? Okay, monster truck tyres do not turn. I cannot turn. I'm finding. I probably should have just read the stats to check that they're alright, rather than just looking and going, ooh, monster truck tyres, I'll have those. Speaking of monster truck tyres, ooh, missile launch as well. One thing I would always be wary of, because this happened with on Crossout, they kept adding like seasons and new weapons and parts to the point where a lot of the weapons became utterly retarded. So at the start it was, you know, people in like junk tanks battling each other and firing, you know, like the most advanced thing you could get was like a missile launcher. You know, it'd fire a big missile with a shark on it and stuff. It's like, alright, this is still on brand, right? Where's it gone? Somewhere in the mist. Right. But yeah, so it started with that, but very quickly became, what was it? After a few seasons and different things got added, they were like laser beams, like straight up you could have like lasers. And they're like spacecraft parts you could attach to your thing. So it no longer looked like Mad Max at all, and you were just running around in these like space rover vehicles firing laser beams and electricity cannons at each other and shit, and like those rail guns. Okay, boss phase 2. I will slowly turn around. Here we go. He's approaching us. Get him. The moment he gets close, we can shotgun the shit out of him. Get him. That's the thing, at this point we've got absolutely bugger all damage on him. But we get to this distance, this is where we want to be, right behind, at close range. This is our perfect position here. them off while they're in the air then. There we go. Is that it, or is there more? Juke body. Orkan battery. Oh, we've got missile launchers. Oh, we're still going. Uh-oh, I maybe shouldn't have shot them. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Need to turn, but can't. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get rid of the monster truck suspension. Oh, good lord. Open up. I need to get in. What's shooting at me now? No turning. It's just no turn. Ah. Annoyingly, they're staying at this ridiculous distance. Yeah. Even though they both have shotguns. There, thank you. Now we know how it's going to end. We both have shotguns, but I have more health. Just let me kill you. And instead he's over there doing little donuts. Get here. Get. Oh. So if I kill those little groups of people on the map, I get more scrap. Ooh. Maybe it's a good job that ramming damage isn't a thing when I just keep casually bashing into them like that. That's like, turn! Right, we're getting rid of this suspension. It just doesn't turn. And it struggles to stop. So stop. Right, monster. Top speed is lower, acceleration, durability massive. 4 big wheels, heavy, durable, not so agile, use of caution. Bumpy roads, bumpy enemies, gives you more durability when you need it. Yeah, that's better. God, yeah, the monster. Ugh. Oh, mind you, I'm looking at all these. We don't need to look at them. We're going with the Duke now, I guess. Weapon slots. Yeah, it's got 3 weapon slots, so... Rain high volume, pint-sized rockets. Effective on heavy crowded battlefields. Release the Orkan on your foes. Okay. And I'm back here. Put everything on mouse left, so it'll just fire whatever's available when so everything's kind of to the behind to the sides. So really I want them in front or behind. In fact, behind's better. Which is probably why it kept trying to get in front of that thing, wasn't it? Okay. Let's go blasting. But yeah, as I was saying though, that game Crossout that one, I think I eventually ended up just quitting on it because I went back after ages to try out a new season or something that they'd added, and my god, it was like all that you were up against were like railgun snipers across the map. It's like, oh, the meta appears to have changed. Everyone's playing railgun sniper now apparently. It's a weapon that I couldn't even get, like some sort of legendary. This would take, you know, like 300 hours of grinding to get, and then to get one of them, and you need like two of the things. So there's like a nuclear power plant in the back of the car. Liking the rockets. But yeah, so everyone in like sniper hover railgun tanks, you know. Literally they'd hover and everything, I'm just here in like a fucking, you know, like a World War II plane attached to a train with some miniguns on, just like, yeah, Mad Max! And everyone else is, you know, 200 years in the future. That's how long I've been off the game for. It's always the problem when games run battle passes and live services. It makes it very difficult for people to get back into them that have been off for a while. Especially when you do this whole FOMO thing, like, ooh, let's make it so that the battle pass runs out. One of the many reasons I really like Helldivers in this game now. But you can just kind of go back to it after a few weeks without the fear of like, oh my god, I've missed out on everything. It's like, yeah, you go on and gives you a recap as to what's been happening. All the battle pass stuff is exactly where you left it. There we go. Okay, have we annihilated them all yet? Not quite, we've got one here. I wish that gun in the back was like on the top, and I'd be in love with this car then, but it's not, it's in the back, and therefore terrible. Also, at least it turns on now. Now if it comes boots, that should put us in front of them all. So we can then do this. Very well. Since I'm firing at range, I should probably get rid of a shotgun for that, shouldn't I? Maybe put something else on it. But my assumption was that they would probably try to get closer as I was trying to get away. I think most of my front and sides, so I should probably switch focus. But I think most of them are dead. That one. I'm gonna lose to these. Could this be my first loss? Bring the back on him. Now we'll get a slight heal from that. I think we need some more loot. I need another missile launcher. back so that it's not all different weapons. Jesus Christ, what's slamming into me and doing all this damage? I think one of them's got a shotgun. And they're getting close. Yeah, that's gone. I think it might be this guy here. Just give me some pain. Oh, he's spinning everywhere. Go away. Get him. Full health. Nice. Please, sir, get some good stuff. I want some good stuff. Another missile launcher. Some better suspension. And some skins. Okay, I can do that. Right, let's swap out weapons. Where are we? Where's mechanic? Saying back here, but it's a hell of a way back it seems. How has it spawned him in? There he is. Okay. Bit of durability and top speed, lose a bit of acceleration, it's fine. Slot 3 round the back, let's put another missile launcher, and I think we're good. And go. Right. Hell of a trek for this one. Okay, I think we're nearly there. There we are. Just the noise they make. So what? What is this nonsense? Okay, they're dead. Anyone who's in front or behind us directly is a goner. Making a lot of sense why when we were fighting that one as a boss, they were trying to get in front of us. It's just unfortunate for him that that's also exactly where we're strongest as well, the enemy's directly in front. We inadvertently had a perfect counter to his build. Ah, too much crap going around me. Okay, that's a bit better. Consolidate all your enemies into one easy, manageable horde. Act today by shooting rockets everywhere. With only a small fire rate of just 60 rockets a minute, you too can rid yourselves of all the enemies on the screen currently. Now we'll throw in some bonus rockets. That way you can do this even faster. It's got some sort of weird, like, toxic thrower thing, hasn't it? Is it dead? There we go. More incoming. There go a bunch of them. Okay, we're eating through them real easy here because they're all behind at the moment. And holy crap when they're behind. Ooh. Right, let's just go forward, spin it a bit, there we go, that should put them more or less in my rear. There goes a whole bunch of them. This guy's regretting his decisions. Right. Shell gun, suspension, escape, more stickers, all stuff that we don't use or it's a weapon that we're not bothered about or whatever. Next boss. Right, this isn't the end of the demo, I'll probably call it here anyway. So we're getting to the hour mark now. So far though, liking the music, liking the aesthetic, liking the combat, more importantly. And that does seem to be like the main selling point, you know, the game is like amazing car combat. And that's kind of it, but it's a little arcade game, what do you expect? Seems good. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a buzzsaw guy. So he's going to be wanting to get right up behind me, which is where I'm strongest. I'm guessing, right? Provided that I don't crash. I can appreciate as well that they're not put loads of crap in the way on the roads. I mean, hell, I'd honestly be tempted to get rid of those like boulders and that there. Oh, so this one's trying to like keep me at range, taking with those toxic barrel things, right? I'd be tempted to get rid of even the rocks on the road, because the amount of time I'm spending like trying to look behind me to fire the guns. Yeah. Oh, okay, hello. You are right in the middle of all of my weapons. So yeah. I think everything that's on the ground should be fully destructible. That would be maybe an idea. There goes one. If he's actually dead, that is. Yep, he's dead. So we've got this guy now, haven't we? Is this having an effect at all? I mean, it looks like it probably is. There's lots of explosions. How is he that quick? Jesus Christ. No chance catching up to him, is there? Must be closing in on having killed him. Yeah, his health's low. Right. It looks like it does keep going. Some more's come up on the screen. I think we're going to call it there. This has been Fumes. It's on the Steam Next Fest. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It'll probably be a while before it's out. I saw it at the PC Games show. Yeah. Obviously it's a while before it's going to come out. Pre-alpha demo and so on. But so far so good. If this is just showing off the combat. And we can see here it's... if you're into this script, the way we support the development is to help more people discover the game. Well, I've done my part. Right. I think basically I would, if I were to offer any advice, if they end up watching it, or if you're making a game like this of your own, I would definitely say combat, the gameplay and combat is king here. And it's already good, and I'd just improve it. More weapons, more enemies. I would think even as far as like the bosses maybe, because I've been mentioning maybe the combat doesn't have to be overly complicated, maybe we can just have it all explode, but I wouldn't mind at least having parts fall off them, not just when they explode but as you damage them, like doors dropping off and things like that, windows shattering, weapons being disabled. If you shoot the weapons enough, maybe they just get ripped off the vehicle. Probably not on the player's vehicle because it could get a bit much then. Unless you started adding like, I don't know, like, what's it, like health pickups and things that you could get, but you might be getting a bit too arcadey then. But definitely I would suggest on maybe the bosses, if they're going to be these giant bosses, maybe those ones you could strategically chip away at and rip the parts off of, perhaps. Maybe on the bosses at least. It doesn't necessarily have to be on every vehicle. Maybe the vehicles can just have parts come off as you damage them. But the bosses, like the idea of strategically taking them apart could be a cool idea to play with. But I think that's all I can think of. Just the combat's great. Make it even better. But if it's like a little... I'm assuming this is probably going to be a little couple quid to buy combat game. Maybe like 5-10 quid or something around those lines. I'm guessing it's probably like that. For that, I'd probably recommend it. Probably play it. Anyway, this has been Fumes, my first bit of coverage for the Steam Next Fest. Assuming that I put this up in chronological order. Thank you very much for watching. More to come. More demos to discover. I've downloaded a whole bunch, so we'll see what we can find amongst it all. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in future videos. I'll see you then.